Forever Dog.
From the spacious Forever Dog Studios in downtown Los Angeles and the satellite Forever Dog Studios in Baltimore, Maryland, this is GROOMZILLAS! And now your hosts, Dan Gill and Eric Dodorian. Hello, Eric.
Good evening, Dan. That was a wonderful introduction that you just gave us.
I don't know what tone I was trying to strike, but it was not as much intensity as I normally bring.
I thought it was cool. It was calm. It was collected. It was a little sexy.
Mm-hmm.
It was, dare I say, a little bit Eurasian.
I'm not sure what that word means.
European and Asian combined. I don't even know where that is. Eurasia.
I wasn't going for Eurasian. I was going for sophisticated. Calm, cool, and collected is good with me. Because you know,
a little bit of sexy.
A little bit of sexy. It's appropriate because Eric, this is I think last week we passed our watershed mark. We're a year into old GROOMZILLAS. This is the 1 year anniversary episode.
Happy anniversary, Dan.
Are we lackluster here with our energy for the 1 year up? I don't think so.
No. And we get to see each other next week, and we kind of we're gonna stay in a hotel room together, and we're gonna sit by a pool, and we're gonna sip drinks, and
we're gonna have
celebrate.
our honeymoon.
Yeah,
we're gonna celebrate a long overdue GROOMZILLAS honeymoon in Denver for the High Plains Comedy Festival, August 23rd.
We're gonna get way too high
through the
and
25th.
Walk around, probably go to a 7-Eleven at some point and stare at.
Let me tell you, I'm gonna follow your lead. So whatever you want to be doing, I'm just gonna follow.
How
your
hard?
Lead. How hard am I gonna follow your lead?
I mean, on how hard we're gonna go. You're gonna follow my lead on how hard.
I'm anything. You're in charge, and I'm with you.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah. Why not?
I mean, why not? It's our time in Denver. It's about us. I might pop up. I might have some opinions about what movies we watch. But other than that, that's the balls in
what movies are you watching in the hotel room?
In the hotel room, I might chime in there. Other than that, ball is in your court. I'm here. I'm here to play.
I like to go with one movie that we watch on loop all weekend. I don't know what that movie is.
Whatever TBS is
as
playing.
of now. Whatever it is on TBS. And then we buy a DVD copy of that, and then we watch the DVD copy in our hotel room.
Oh, that'd be nice.
No, we're gonna have fun. We're gonna talk to a bunch of different people. We're gonna have a live GROOMZILLAS.
Denver.
And we got a bunch of
come out.
We can talk. Yeah, Adam Caton Holland, who is not only one of the funniest people in America.
He is Denver. He is Denver incarnate.
He is Denver. Mm-hmm. He's also one of the organizers of this festival.
Yeah.
Shalewa Sharp, who is incredible.
Yeah.
And one of the nicest people ever to talk to. She's incredible. You're going to love her. And then a couple of old buds, Kristen Rand, Wes Van Horn.
Married buds, married comedians.
Yeah. And that's going to be fun because you know them really well. I know them well. We haven't seen them in a while.
Oh my God. They have a baby. I haven't seen them since they left LA. I'm really excited to see them.
Yeah.
Both sweethearts.
Speaking of babies.
Uh-huh. You got some news.
So I got some news. I was going to wait to tell you to surprise you. The reason I'm apologizing now that I didn't tell you before, and now it's too late, but I was going to tell you at High Plains that Drew was pregnant, and we lost the pregnancy about 12 weeks, and so like 3 months. And we found out yesterday. Last week we went in for our first sonogram to hear the baby's heart and to see the baby. And the nurse told us that there was no heartbeat, and it was really sad. And it was a very sad moment in my life.
Yeah.
It was a very dark room, and the baby looked like a little Sour Patch Kid. And it was a really deep, it was a very low after a pretty high because we were like super excited about the pregnancy. And I was really excited about Drew getting really big because it's always been my dream to feed her until she gets humongous. And she was just eating cereal and eating a lot, and I was just never been happier. And so it was a really sad thing that happened. But
I'm sorry. Very sorry to hear that. It's that Drew getting big is still in the cards. I mean, she can still. Yeah. I would also say, I told you this before. I think that's very common.
It is. It is for people our age, and we talked to. It's really tricky because, as obviously, like reproductive health is a huge fucking problem in America, and so many people deal with it in such a horrible way, and they make it really difficult for women to deal with very difficult circumstances that are already difficult. But we did have a couple of midwives that we dealt with who were just incredible people and incredibly good at their job. Shout out Lisa Spencer at University of Maryland Women's Health. But yeah, one of the things that we heard over and over again, which was like some comfort. Obviously, there's like, it gets to a point where there's like really no comfort, but because you just have to sit through the sadness. You have to fucking sit in the sadness and you get through it. And
yeah.
But one of the things, like, this is very common for people our age, especially women our age, and
especially women our age, but I think all women in general, I think it's very common within the first 3 months, especially first pregnancies. I think it's, and I'm just going off of what I think I've heard from my wife, but I think that's more common than you would think. But I understand the roller coaster you guys were on. That's
so the goalie remains pulled. We got to wait for a little bit now for the Zamboni to go on the side. But we're gonna. Yeah,
that is beautiful. By the way, did you just think of that right there?
I did,
because I love the term "pull the goalie."
Yeah.
Oh, that good Zamboni.
And then also, so it's a really sad thing, but we're gonna get through it. And Drew's been incredible, and we, we bonded very hard through the sadness, and we had one really shitty meal right after, and but then we saw Mamma Mia, and Mamma Mia cheered us up, and
a little ABBA,
a little ABBA. Also, in lighter news, I lost my fucking wedding ring, Dan. Figures, huh?
That should tell you something about your week when that's in lighter news.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, why did you lose your wedding ring? You dope.
Old stoner boner alert. Here I go. Being old stony dick.
Yeah.
No, I was playing with it. I was doing the thing where I put it around my nipples and
that's fun.
Shot off my,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was just always big, and I fiddled with it, and it really hit me hard because obviously it happened. I was projecting onto the loss of the ring all these other emotions that I was going through, and all these other
little bit of
all
symbolism,
this other grief and loss.
Yeah.
But the emotional arc of me in the ring is a real thing because I hate fucking jewelry. I don't like wearing jewelry. And then I was always like, I don't want to wear a fucking wedding ring.
Yeah.
But then I got this wedding ring that I loved, and it became my little fiddler, my little fiddle dick, because I'm a little fiddly, anxious dude, and I bite my nails, and I smoke cigarettes, and I smoke weed constantly.
Yeah. Your ring was actually a fidget spinner, right? Or no?
It was a fidget spinner. It was a fidget spinner. That's what I got jumped by a bunch of 12-year-olds, and they took it. They took both my skateboards that I was skateboarding on, and my fidget spinner, and my Game Boy.
Teens.
Yeah.
Gotta watch out for those youths.
Yeah. So it was on YouTube.
Oh, well, of course it was. They had their phones going. They were recording it all. It was live streaming. Yeah. But at least it wasn't a family ring. It was just something you guys bought, I guess. Maybe that lightens it.
And we didn't get it engraved, and I can get a better one that fits better now.
But you have no idea what happened to it. Like, it slipped off and you didn't notice.
I have no fucking clue, dude. And I don't know. I mean, I was like, me, I'm scooting around. I'm staying busy.
You're a scooter.
Yeah. I'm a little scooter, washing a lot of dishes, doing laundry.
Oh, okay. See, I take my ring off to do the dishes.
I never took my fucking ring off. I never took my ring off. No.
Oh, that makes it even more peculiar.
And then I lost it for everything.
Yeah, that makes it much more curious as to where it could be.
It was a very, very, very non-humorous, curious thing that happened. The disappearance. I think Drew thinks that it's going to pop up. I think it might pop up, but if it doesn't, I'll just get another one.
Just get another
bigger,
one.
better.
Yeah.
Bigger. I'll get one of those like black ones, like dudes.
Oh, the dude rings.
The dude ring.
That
Brought
is
to you by
something.
Marble. Yeah.
Oh my God, I have noticed that so much, especially in the past year. 1 year anniversary, Groomzillas. Welcome back. I have noticed.
Hi, Dan.
Hi, Eric. The dude
Dan.
ring is such like a lame. Like, all right, if I'm gonna wear a ring, it's gonna be masculine as shit.
Yeah.
Like
You
you
test drive a Dodge Charger. You get a Johnny Cash T-shirt that costs $47.
Oh yeah,
and then you get your dude ring in the mail.
Yeah.
Now, first things first, you got to test drive a brand new Dodge Charger, and it better be black.
First rings first. This is how you qualify for the dude ring. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll wear a ring, but I'm not going to wear no girly jewelry.
No. You got to drink a fucking Woodford Reserve. That's the whiskey you drink.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't know. I am going to, hopefully it turns up. I want it to be magically turn up. One place I did not look until I just thought of it now when I was talking. I did do laundry the day before.
Check the machine.
So I haven't checked the laundry machine or downstairs, so I might go check the laundry room. It is very haunted and nobody else goes there, so it should be cool.
Oh, well, yeah. Okay. Maybe a ghost took it.
Maybe. Good for you, ghost.
This is our 1 year Groomzilla's anniversary show. We've been doing this for a year. We are married now. Later in the show, Matt Braunger, our guest from 1 year ago, our very first guest here on the podcast, Eric, joins us again.
The circle of life.
Isn't that? It's like a ring. Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't.
When we open up the book. All right. From when we open up the books, for this thing of ours, Matt Braunger was there.
Yes, sir.
And now he is here again.
He is here again with the perspective. He was planning his wedding just like we were, and now we're all three on the other side of it.
He got married in November.
I got married in October. And you...
And I got married in December.
That's fun.
So bingy bangy boom right there.
Bingy bangy boomy. That's coming up later in this Groomzilla's 1 year anniversary spectacular. But right now, Eric, I'm just looking at the time. I think it's time again for Nup News. Play that music. Nuptial News. This is the Nup News at 9. Welcome to the Nup News at 9. That's Eric. I'm Dan. Now, as always, please wait until 9 a.m., 9 p.m., or the 9s to listen to your Nup News at 9.
Or September 9th. September 9 is coming up now.
That'd be 9/9. That's going to be a fun one for the Nup News. I'm looking right now in studio as of this recording, 8:39 p.m. So we're doing this on the 9s as we should.
It's going to be 9/9/18. 9 plus 9 is 18. 9/9/18.
See, you're a number guy, and that's what I like about you.
Numbers I can just play them. I could just, some people, Picasso could sit in front of watercolors and he could just paint.
Oh, you're so good, Will Hunting. You're so good. When I see
numbers, I can just paint, man. I can just fucking paint. I just pulling it up, jamming it up. I'm always writing numbers down. I'm always looking at numbers. One time I saw a number and I was like, what?
One time you saw a number. Okay.
And I was like, what?
In the Nup News this week, I pulled this one because of our royal wedding coverage. You and I talked a lot about George and Amal and how good George Clooney and Amal looked.
I read so many People magazines in waiting rooms in the past week and a half.
Yeah.
And so many royal. I got inundated with some royal shit.
Well, there's another royal wedding coming up. Princess Eugenie.
What?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Princess Eugenie. Yeah. And the Nup News of the week, George Clooney's surprising connection to the next big royal wedding may have them going again. Now, if how's
Clooney? How's it? Where's the connection?
I'll explain it. Now, if you remember, Eric, during our royal wedding coverage, which is available somewhere on the internet if you look long enough for it, I kept talking about this Casamigos tequila that George Clooney, the prankster, co-owns. Did you know about the Casamigos?
I think I've heard you mention it once or twice.
Yeah,
correct.
I mentioned it. Well, Princess Eugenie, the next royal wedding royal, is marrying a guy by a guy called Jack Brooksbank. Okay, groomed to be.
That's a made up name.
Jack.
That's a made up name.
Okay, Jack Brooksbank is a UK ambassador for Clooney's tequila company, Casamigos Tequila. How do you like that?
This sounds like a prank. This sounds like a prank. This sounds like a Clooney prank. This wedding's not happening.
Is she even real? Is she even a real royal? Is this?
She's real. There's no way this dude is real.
Oh my! Is this a long con by Casamigos and George Prankster Clooney?
Oh yeah, he thought this up during the first royal wedding, where he'd be like, I know how his fucking mind works.
Yeah,
I know how his devious, very devious.
Yeah, you know this from your time on ER with George, right?
Yeah,
that's what I thought. Apparently, given the reports that Clooney hitting the dance floor at Meghan and Harry's wedding reception, the Clooneys seemingly had a good enough time at their last royal wedding that they wouldn't likely pass up another one. So we might be getting a reprise. How do you say that, Eric?
Reprise.
Oh.
It's Italian. Everything with Clooney's Italian. You'll get it. Once you start hanging out with them, it'll just start, because it's all Lake Como this, Lake Como that. Okay.
See, I haven't been invited to the house in Italy yet, so I don't know these things.
Oh yeah, I just got back and I'm going there again tomorrow.
Oh my God, that's a fast turnaround. But
yeah, I'm just grabbing. I just ran home to Baltimore to our 1-bedroom apartment, just grab a few things, feed the cats, and then I'm back in Lake Como.
Okay, well, you let us know if he confirms or denies going to this next royal wedding, because I would love to see the both of them there and to see what they're wearing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, of course.
I hope she wears yellow again. Man, that's a flattering color.
Yeah,
love that.
I don't think so. I don't think she's gonna wear yellow.
Oh, okay.
Again.
Been there, done that.
Mm-hmm.
The only other NEP news I want to mention, Eric, just at the end here, just a footnote before we get to Matt Braunger. I was doing some Googling by, sometimes
so you're Googling now.
I am. I dabbled.
Oh, so you're Googling.
I'm like an uncle you haven't talked to in a long time, and you're just touching base. I'm like, oh, good. I'm
Googling now.
Oh, so you're Googling now?
Yeah.
I am, and I often Google GROOMZILLAS because you can't Google Dan Gill all afternoon. Sometimes you have to switch over to the other things you Google. I Google GROOMZILLAS, but just to find our podcast and our socials at GROOMZILLAS on Twitter, at GROOMZILLAS Pod on Instagram.
What did you find, Dan?
I found a little TV movie.
Oh no!
By the name of GROOMZILLA.
Wow.
NUP News at 9. Stop the presses.
Singular. One-zilla.
Released 2017, Eric.
That's last year.
After
the pod started?
After the pod started.
This is what they do. They'll find something good.
Mm-hmm.
They'll find a good idea.
Yeah.
They'll squeeze the fucking life out of it.
Yeah. They'll monetize it. They'll water it down, I'm sure. I haven't seen this movie, but
I've been in Hollywood for so long, been in the show business, movie business,
this business of show.
This business of this thing of ours is what I like to call it. What always makes Clooney laugh when I say that. This thing of ours, because he loves mafia stuff. He's got a big mafia room. He's got a Scarface poster.
Oh, cool.
You wouldn't. It's a cool one. Though.
Does he have a dude? Wedding band, or is he? What's his situation?
He's got the dude one.
He's got the dude ring.
He's got a dude one. It's got like a little like leather. It's like black. It's like black. It's graphite.
Oh, cool.
And leather.
Cool.
Yeah. It's the same leather that's on his Vespa that he crashed.
Oh no, George.
Yeah.
Do you want to hear the storyline of GROOMZILLA before we get to Matt? I'm just going to throw it at you because it's fun. After 4 years of courting, Alyssa and Tucker are about to tie the knot. However, suddenly the usually easygoing Tucker becomes obsessed with every minute detail. Every minute detail?
Yeah.
Every minute detail of the wedding. Planning. Okay, let me try this again. Tucker becomes obsessed with every minute detail of the wedding planning, confusing his friends and family with his high-strung antics. He becomes a GROOMZILLA. Unbeknownst to Tucker, he has come down under the spell of his grandmother's very unique engagement ring.
So it's the woman's fault.
It's the grandmother's fault, yeah.
They blame the poor ass. Is she alive? She's like a ghost woman?
I think she's a ghost woman. But yeah, he's under a spell. Under no means would a man ever care about their wedding. Yes.
or be high maintenance, or not be their chill Tucker self, unless they were under a fucking Tucker fucker. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Get the
Tucker
fuck
fucker.
out of here, Tucker.
There's a better. I don't know if you have HBO Go. I can certainly send you a login.
I'm an HBO Now man.
Okay.
Thank you for offering the code.
There's a television program called Succession, the new
I
HBO.
love it. I love that show.
There's a groomzilla. It ends with a wedding. It builds up. It builds up to this magnificent wedding in a castle in England.
Yeah.
And it's got all the things you want out of a fictional wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got a groomzilla, and he's like a for real groomzilla. And this is what happens. I don't know. I mean, this is new for you because you haven't really been in my gravitational pull that long.
Okay.
But being a trendsetter, being an idea guy, this is what happens.
Okay.
You'll like watch in the next couple of months. There's going to be another groomzilla thing here, another groomzilla thing there. You'll see it start popping up. Watch H&M. H&M's going to have a groomzilla ad.
Sure.
Campaign. Yeah. This is what happens.
So you're saying Tucker is just the first in a long line of people.
Tucker. So it's Tucker, and then Succession, and so like now it's just sooner. Like watch within 9 months, there's Adam Devine is going to be playing a groomzilla on a fucking Netflix movie.
I guarantee that happens. That's being shot
happen.
right now. Of course.
It's gonna happen.
Of course.
It's gonna happen.
We should capitalize. Well, we're not going to do anything.
No. That's not how we do it.
No.
We come up with ideas. Somebody else capitalizes.
Put it out in the world. Let them make all the money.
We record a podcast that your sister and listens to, and no one I know listens to.
Yeah. Hi, Rachel.
Hey, Rachel. Shout out, Rachel. What's up, Rach?
Shout out, Rach. Okay, that's going to do it for the NEP News at 9 this week. Yes, we're going to take a break, and we're going to talk to Matt Braunger. Stick around.
Braunger.
Yeah,
exactly.
It is very therapeutic and meditative working out. I like it's brainless.
You lose yourself.
And then you 40 minutes go by.
Yeah. The one I did today, I kept thinking about the stuff I'd eaten or drank in the past week. Like, oh no. And I'm just, oh, you jerk. And then I just forgot about it. I'm just like, okay, because a friend of mine and I, we'll go to these classes together and we always say the same thing. When we're done, we're like, I'm alive.
Still here.
You're just so happy to be alive.
Yeah. Beating the shit out of your body, it's hard being hard on yourself. Like you're like, no. We have to get through this workout right now. Don't do this.
Just done.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So have you been more, how often are you working out? Is that like a every other day thing, or it sounds like it's daily?
It's about 5 days.
Yeah.
About 5 days a week. Something like that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. It's not bad. It's now that thing where if I don't do it, I feel really bad about myself.
Yeah. It's fun to be in that groove. I'm in the same groove. I started getting up early too, to work out.
Oh, cool.
Do you work out early, or just when you
Sometimes
can
I do.
get it in?
Sometimes I do. Last Friday, Karen and I got up pretty early to go do that boxing class. And it was brutal, but it was just like, oh, great. Yeah. Now it's what? It's 8:30 a.m. We're done.
Yeah.
We're done with all our exercise for the whole goddamn day. Yeah.
Have you? Your footwork, I bet your footwork is on point.
No. It's not great. It's not great.
It's honest.
No, So I can hit pretty hard, but that's it.
Yeah.
It's not very accurate.
What would your nickname? What would your boxing nickname be?
It's funny. The guy who was training me was like a good-natured. I think was he French? Yeah, he was French, and he was just super small, but super quick. Yeah. And he was calling me Klitschko. Like that was his nickname.
Yes.
He was a Russian heavyweight champion.
Okay.
Twin brothers.
Go with
the Klitschko brothers.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Right, but he's like, he kept telling me to punch, don't punch so hard when he'd throw the pads up. He's like, you're going to hurt my elbows. Like, stop it. Oh. Because, I can make the bag jump and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But that's just the leverage of a person my size, generally speaking. Yeah. And he's like, man, after he's like, couple training sessions with me, I can get you a fight. And it's bullshit. Thanks, but no.
Yeah.
That's not, you don't really mean that.
That's so cool to hear, though. That is so cool.
Trust me, I've been skating on it. But Yeah. When do you start your professional career as a boxer? 44?
Mid-40s,
44 years
yeah.
old. Probably. I just turned 44. That's a great gift to myself.
Hey, Foreman, that's how
destroyed
Foreman
by a
was.
22-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe. It might go your way.
But Foreman was like
I know he's been boxing for 30
with him and like Ernie Shavers are tied as like the hardest hitters of all time. So like you get that old, you're still you have that punching power. You'll still always be a contender.
Dead man strength. Yeah.
Yes.
Step into the ring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You mentioned going to work out with Kara. Are you guys the type of married couple now that go and work out together? Were you guys always that?
Yeah. When we have enough time, absolutely. Like she'll be like the day before, she'll like, oh, do you want to go to like? She loves Soul Cycle, and Soul Cycle isn't on that app that I use.
Yeah,
but it is the unquestionable best spin. Like it's just their bikes are so nice. You know, it's like with that thing when you like borrow your friend's luxury sedan, you're like, oh my God, what is this? And then you go to other spin classes, you're like, man, these bikes suck, you know, compared. It like spoils you. So you know, it's like $20, but at the same time, it's like it's a nice thing to do on like a Saturday and just sweat out last night's beers. Yeah. You know, it's a good a good morning thing, and then you feel better about yourself. And, you know.
It's good getting off on the right. It's early to start your weekend right if you've gone off on Friday.
Yeah.
Because it can easily turn into a 3-day thing, and then you're working back uphill.
Totally.
As long as you're still eating good. If you're still eating good and rich, like treating yourself.
I still will. I see. Like you just eating when you want.
I mean, good. Like no. I mean, good. Like
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. That's why you do it. I mean, yeah. I try to do. And we're recording now.
Yeah, we started.
Okay, great.
Matt Braunger.
Hey, everybody.
Back in the Forever Dog Studios.
Here we are. I'm that guy now. Every fucking podcast guest. Is this going?
I feel like that's every podcast because
No, I like that though. I like that. I don't like the awkwardness of. And you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Begin talking now,
guys. You know my expert.
I did that exact same thing a year ago when we had you in here.
I think we've all done that.
Yeah.
We've all done that with our podcast early experiences. No, but I did what's called a step class when I was in Provincetown. Kara and I went for my birthday, way up on the top of the Cape. It's amazing. And a lot of t-shirts that say just the tip.
Hey, fun.
And Kara's mom visited us and was like, oh, I love that. Just the tip. I'm going to get it. And Kara's like, we wouldn't stop laughing. She's like, what? She's like, Mom, you know what that means? She's like, that's the top of the Cape. I get it. Like, oh, no. Oh, God.
She didn't get it.
No clue.
Oh, okay.
And then Kara's like, and she's like, oh, it's gross, But we did a step class, which is like you go up, there's a step thing, but you're basically doing like almost jump ballet, like a lot of spins, a lot of, it's a lot of choreography.
Going to turn your ankle, it sounds like.
Oh, I was very worried about hurting my ankles or knees.
Yeah.
And there were a lot of guys in there. Like there was one in there that was a step instructor. I found out later because he was the same hotel as us. We were all lounging by the pool.
So he's like killing it?
Killing it. My height, just balletic, this like like what you watch Tommy Toon dance where you're like, you're so tall and you just nail you're just so lithe. You're like the puppet from Nightmare Before Christmas, the waltzing.
And you don't know he's an actual instructor though.
No. I found out from him later. And he was like, yeah, I was watching. You didn't do any of the spins, but you really hung in there, But I told him I felt like a Clydesdale pretending to be a Lipanese stallion, where all the Lipanesers like, what are you doing here?
Are those the ones that do dressage?
Would you just
exactly. Are those the lighten their hoofs sort of?
Exactly. Yes. Would you just go back to hauling Budweiser barrels and stop trying to dance around with us fancy horses?
Yeah, you're a workman's dancing horse.
Yep, for sure. But
a lot of hard bodies. A lot of hard bodies up in P-Town. I would not take my shirt off at the pool in Provincetown. I'd be like, good for you guys. I'm just gonna look at your bods.
But that's the thing. There's a lot of. It's not a gay couple friend of ours was telling us we'd never been, and they're like, we love it. There's like, but they're like, you don't see as many WeHo gays. We'll tell you, like not as many West Hollywood gays.
Okay,
you see like all manner of people's bodies. So it's not.
A lot of bears up there.
A lot of bears. We weren't there during Bear Week. We were there during Family Week.
Okay.
Where like the married or gays in serious partnerships have children.
Yeah.
And bring the children with them.
Yeah,
and so,
yeah.
You know, it was fun to see all these kids running around in the streets, and great that our hotel did not allow kids.
Right,
So
right.
it was like a fun little oasis.
That's perfect.
It was rad.
Is that the area, or I think that's New Hampshire, where they go in The Sopranos, where Johnny Hotcakes or whatever?
Right.
That's not the same area.
I know. I don't
No.
think.
Okay.
Or maybe he went to Fire Island because that's also very much
No,
that way.
in Sopranos, he just goes to like it's just like a quaint little
It's
town
whatever.
in New Hampshire.
It's called Live Free or Die. So whatever state is that?
Yeah,
has
that's
that
New
name.
Hampshire. That's
Okay,
New
yeah.
Hampshire.
Yeah.
That's New Hampshire. But they do a thing. Last thing I'll say about Provincetown, but they do a thing. They have a thing there called tea, which is, and everybody goes to tea.
Okay.
Everybody, and it's
English tea?
mostly a gay thing, but it's everybody goes because it's the most fun. It's out on this
so
place
cute.
called the Boat Slip.
Uh-huh.
It's a giant, like a dock, just this giant, you know, out in the water that you go under this building to get to, and there's like 4 bars and a swimming pool and a dance floor, and then this huge, just beautiful view. And from 4 to 7, everyone just drinks and dances. And
yes.
there's like
It's tea
90s
time.
night, there's 80s night, and they just call it tea. And it's like, I met so many people of every age, you know, like an older guy was just like, oh, I go to tea every day.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
day. I'm just like, wow.
Yeah.
And I went like on my birthday,
Right.
and you know, I put up like pictures of like Instagram, and gay friends of ours were like, "Oh, you went to tea, LOL." You know, like,
yeah.
But it was like, "Oh, this is the most fun." 'Cause
Yeah.
everyone's dancing. No one cares how silly they look, and you know, I definitely looked silly, but I was just.
And it's just a late summer thing. They just do it this time of year.
I think you can't do it. It's very cold,
Right.
part of the year. But yeah, I think it is. But I've had people tell me that if we were there, we went on a Wednesday to tea. If we went on the weekend, it'd just be packed. And then it's like that's when you really feel like an interloper. You know, like I didn't. It's just shirtless men everywhere. Like I didn't go up to anyone that I recognized that worked at the guest house we were in and be, hey, what's up, guy? You know, this is like they're off the clock. Let them have their time. You know, But it was so fun dancing around with all these locals and visiting gay parents to like Billy Idol and like Human League, and it was so great. It was so fun.
Now, did you pop the shirt off too, or were you not enough time?
I mean, by the pool,
in the boxing ring?
by the pool in our hotel.
Yes,
but no, not. I don't. Not,
Come
walk
on.
around.
You've been working out 5 days a week. You should pop that top off.
I'm still doughy.
some baby oil. Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's all about how you own it. You just got to own it.
I could maybe look like a boxer from the 20s.
That's a great look.
Yeah.
High-waisted.
It's okay.
High-waisted shorts.
Kind of just looks like a puffy dad. That's all that looks like.
It's fine. That's a look. People are into that.
I am a big fan of the guy that is walking around for no reason with no shirt on. That makes everyone kind of go, yeah? You know, like, okay.
Yeah.
But far be it from me to say.
I used to be a big pop. I was never like a cut guy, but I would just get hot. And I just like, it just easy to be shirtless.
And you would just take it off? You would just take your shirt completely off?
Yeah, I feel like this was when I was younger. I guess it's not frowned upon when you're like late teens, early 20s. Or is it?
It does feel a little more natural.
Yeah.
You know.
Summertime. Maybe it was just like a summertime thing.
It'd be weird if it was winter. Some strange
making a weird statement there.
Strange body problem. I feel hot. It's freezing, Dan.
See a doctor, Dan. No, I'll just take my shirt off.
I'm good. Steam coming off you as the snow hits your shoulders.
Oh, you're on ecstasy.
Why are your
you
pupils so dilated? I don't know. I'm just hot.
God, when I was in college and people first started taking that stuff, I remember this. This kind of intense, kind of a dick, but weirdly sensitive guy that I was in college with. You know? Like he took so with everybody, and I didn't go into the city that weekend with some people. Like that's what we just take. You take the train into New York. It's like a half-an-hour train, and you just do whatever the fuck off, and then take it back, or you'd all pitch in on a cab and stuff in like clowns or something. But like I guess they all took ecstasy and this is the bad. And he's like, and they drove a car, and he went and got in the car and took off like, I'm so hot. But it was so cold outside. He wasn't, so he couldn't be out there, but he wanted to be in the car, but he was so hot in the car.
Yeah.
He took off like everything down to his underwear but still had that like ecstasy energy. So he's like running in place, but just with his hands, in the back seat.
Yeah.
And so everyone comes outside and they see the car, and it's all steamed, like all the glass is steamed
This
up.
is a parked car.
Parked car.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Everyone's inside like the club, and he's just running. And they come out. I haven't thought of this in decades. And they come out and they open the door, and he's like, "Help, Gus!" And like Gus gets in the car with him, and he's like, "It's okay, man. It's okay." And he's like, "It's okay." And he's like, "Yeah." And he hugged him, and he was like, "Oh," and he calmed down, and he put his shit back on, and I guess they took the car back to college.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And like, we were all. I heard the story the next day because they were making fun of him in the cafeteria a little bit while he was right there, and he was like, He's like, yeah. He's like, you were really tripping out. He's like, oh man, he's like, that was a really good hug though, man. And I was like, and you could tell Gus, who hugged him, was kind of uncomfortable. Like, you know. It's just like you're that age when you're like 20 years old.
Yeah,
where like
and you have that first drug hug.
It's now we address that as we should as like toxic masculinity.
Yeah,
that you can't talk about how good the hug was because you're just like, hey,
or that you want one.
Hey, no homo.
Right, and that it's okay to hug each other.
Yeah, but like it just made me laugh.
That's really funny.
How he just was like,
and he had come through the other side. The guy he hugged, though, maybe not so much.
Not so much.
And that
was definitely the guy who hugged him was definitely like a progressive guy who to an extent. Yeah, you know, but
it's cute.
They were just a lot of the guys I went to college with were just really rich kids from rich families.
Yeah.
You know, so they, you know, I've always been a drinker, but I've never been too much of a drug person, but they would just do everything.
Wow.
Right. Be at a party and they just be like,
wealthy kids do that.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's like, why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
You have unlimited funds.
Yeah.
You just have a sum that shows up in your bank account every single month.
Yeah. Let's allocate.
That's too much than you can possibly spend usually. And
and you can buy drugs for everyone.
Yeah.
Like you can't when I did ecstasy, I'd like scrounge for one $20 pill, and then I would do it by myself like a dog.
Yeah.
And I would go and sit in my room.
That's appreciating. You know, that's like Stanley Tucci was talking about how when he was like a starving actor in New York, he had this really good bottle of wine that he would drink like a millimeter of every time he would cook like pasta.
Yep.
Because just the flavor with it was just like, hey, that's awesome. And now it's probably why he looks the way he looks, because he rationed his life in a way and disciplined himself in a way I can't fathom.
It looks great.
He looks great.
How much do you want to share a meal with Stanley Tucci?
I would love it. I would love for him. God. The guy who wrote Big Night, arguably the best food movie of all time.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Eric is he calls himself a Tucci Hoochie. So if you guys want to.
I'm a big Tucci Hoochie. I'm a low grade Tucci. I'm a low grade. I'm a poor man's Tucci. I'm a long Armenian Tucci. But talk about toxic masculinity. He's like always just kind of been the opposite of that in everything that he's done and the roles he's taken and like. Well,
I feel like if you're a real actor, you go for the stuff that's like a stretch and you don't really care about that stuff. Where it's kind of like, I think we can go back and forth all day about what kind of person Sean Penn is. You know, I don't know him, but I know, you bring him up with people.
Intense.
He's intense. Some people are like, he's a real dick or whatever. Yeah. You know, but that guy playing Harvey Milk is just amazing, which I never would have thought he would, have the mannerisms and everything. But like people that knew Harvey Milk were like, yeah, that's pretty good Harvey. I'm going just from the perspective of straight guys, but like Kevin Bacon played he was on some podcast. He was talking about how he booked a role of like a male prostitute, and he himself he didn't tell anyone. He'd go hang out like dressed as those street guys were dressing, and just to know what it was like to have people slow down and be like, how much, and look at you. Objectify you like women have been objectified for so long. Yeah. That's why. Anyway, sorry.
I love all the action dudes right now who are like big, like Tom Hardy and Hemsworth, who are like these big giant softies. Yeah. They're like badass dudes who like take badass roles, but they're like real sensitive and they like The Rock and Terry Crews.
Yeah, and Hardy being like, like I've fooled around with men who what idiot doesn't try it all? And you're like,
yes,
dude, wow.
It's very James Dean of them.
I love it.
I didn't know he said that either, but that's like
and there are those there's those people that you can't fathom them doing that ever.
Right.
You know, the big box office stars. I won't say a name, but you know, Dark Goldberg it rhymes with that.
Oh,
but
you're here to plug the new season of Ballers, right?
Oh, what an incredibly terrible film. I mean, TV show.
In its third, maybe fourth season, I think.
I tried to watch every single episode, but it's just Entourage all over again. It's Entourage
it's
every single
somehow
time.
worse.
Yeah,
which I didn't know it could do.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
It's kind of boring.
It's
Entourage
just-
is like,
And it's like I am a huge fan of The Rock,
Me
you know, and of what's his name? The guy who plays his right hand man. Cordry.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
he's the best.
Amazing.
I love Rob.
And it's like, you know, I just feel like The Rock, you know, like Kevin Hart or a lot of people that are in that rare air of you put their face on a poster, it's going to sell. Like I did the project, the posters. They don't go for they don't have the option of going for the best. They have to go for the biggest. And try to make the biggest the best.
Right.
You know, so it's like, I'm not criticizing him. He probably just like, he did the math.
Right.
And he was like, oh, the guy who made Entourage, one of the biggest shows of all time, is making this show. I'm going to be the star. Okay, great.
Yeah.
You know,
It's just, it's so unwatchable.
it's probably right. That's how I feel. I mean,
you're
it's
going to
like,
wear vests the whole time, Dwayne. You're going to wear vest suits.
You're going to look like a baby in a suit.
He looks so weird.
When you're that big, everybody, Batista,
it's
anyone,
true.
when you're that,
They have to go vest.
when you're that yoked, and you wear like suits and stuff, you just look. I mean, that's what I remember. It would just make me laugh watching those movies about like the days of Capone, where they had like this monster that would just throw you out a window, but he was dressed in his finery, and it looked like someone dressed up a baby for the wedding. Where it's like you put a vest on the baby. Yeah, that's adorable.
Yeah.
God damn it, that's an angry baby. Why is that baby
furious?
so angry?
How much weight can that baby lift?
Does that baby have syphilis?
Yes, correct.
Yes, it does.
Hardy's about to play him. I think
he's supposed to play him post syphilis.
Is that true?
Al Capone.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I think it might be. I saw a still from it. I don't know if it's done.
I think it's done.
Oh, I love Tom Hardy.
Yeah,
I liked his show on FX. I thought not a lot of people liked it.
Taboo.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
So good. So ridiculous, but so good.
Just a weird
makes really
time
great
period
choices.
you would have never thought of ever.
No,
time and place.
and I love stuff like that that's historical, that could never happen.
Yeah.
Not like Will Smith's Wild Wild West, which was just what?
Yes.
Steampunk
That's
fantasies.
exactly
That was real.
That was too much.
Yeah.
Yeah, steampunk.
Yeah.
It was all real.
Yeah.
But I do like when people take something weird like that.
Yeah.
Like this guy was out living.
Yeah,
you
just
know,
being a
in
crazy-
these
This was
faraway
like-
lands, and because nothing would scare your true English colonialist more than that guy,
Right.
because the wild, you know, the
voodoo, was it like voodoo?
Well, it's like, yeah, and the white paranoia of you know, our maps that said here be monsters.
Right.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I lived there.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What
The
strange
deepest-
magics have you brought back?
Yeah.
You know?
That deepest, darkest Africa bullshit. It's
Oh,
like,
exactly. Yeah. That
Yeah.
scare people so bad. Yeah.
Well, we mentioned it earlier, Matt. You were our first guest here on Groomzillas.
I was the first ever?
First ever.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Right on.
1 year anniversary show
Yeah.
right now. It's
Nice.
happening.
It's happening.
But you were also in a similar place as us a year ago at this time. We were all planning our weddings a year ago.
Yeah.
I think
And it was like right before your wedding, right? We recorded like
you
when
were
did you-
November, correct?
I was November.
I listened
November,
back. I did
okay,
my
yes,
research. I
Yes.
listened to the
Yeah,
old.
you got
There
it.
you go.
You got it.
But yeah, so Eric and I have since turned a page as far as weddings go.
Yeah.
Where do you
we
feel?
went October, November, December.
That's how it was.
what our
Oh,
wedding-
wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So just a year later, just what are your first thoughts about married life, and where you were a year ago versus where you are now?
I'm kind of the same, because we went through so much together that the big trial period for me was actually living together, which
Yeah.
I was like, oh, let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
Because I never lived with anyone I dated.
Right.
And
And you did before you got married.
yeah,
Yeah.
for about 2 years.
Oh, okay.
And it, you know, it was just, the difference is now we own a house together.
Mhm.
You know, that's huge and permanent in its own
you guys
way.
got a mortgage together.
For sure. But it's great. It's you know, we're a good team. We have our ups and downs. There's times she drives me absolutely nuts, and I definitely do the same for her.
Yeah.
But all in all, we're very much in love, and it's great.
Yeah,
it's great.
You seemed very relaxed when we had you on, just as far as the upcoming wedding.
It was inevitable. I was doomed. Yeah. I saw, when you're chained. No, I was just like it's just our relationship spanning, 7-8 years has just had every up and down.
Yeah,
we've been through so much crap.
You were already in a groove.
Right.
You also spoke about being an older groom, so there was less pressure for you there that you put on yourself.
That's the best advice I can give anybody is just get married whenever you want. Get married late.
Yeah.
I mean, I joke in my act that it's just like that by the time I got married, I could have gotten married in a titty bar. Mm-hmm. I could have. Like, I could have. Anything I wanted. Like, my mom would have been like, it's legal though, right?
Yeah,
God.
Yeah.
How old are you? Like, I'm her only son. Where she's just like, I mean,
sure.
Fine.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe if I was, ready in my 20s, I would have caved and been like, all right, fine, a church. Mm-hmm. But I'd never wanted to. I find churches very pretty, but they're these giant buildings meant to intimidate. And it's like, it's not a great vibe.
Kind of similar at a strip club too.
Sometimes, you got to go to the right one.
Yeah, very
Sassy's in Portland, I recommend.
They have plenty of strip clubs in Portland.
The most per capita.
Is that true?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So you were kind of thinking about you were rolling that around.
Well, it's strip clubs have never had that fascination that it held for a lot of. And because I grew up thinking every bar had a naked lady in it.
Right, yeah.
Or almost. And in Portland, they kind of almost did.
Yeah. So you're kind of like a European kid who drinks wine when they're 14.
It never was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And also I like how...
Portland's like the Europe of America, I feel like.
Right? Yeah. It's kind of the Paris. It's like the dirtier Paris.
Uh-huh.
But it's, I like going to the ones that also have women in the audience. That have like organic and couples. And it's like, it's not so much that it's naked gals. It's also it's a bar. It's a celebration.
Yeah,
it's
not voyeuristic.
There are those ones you can go out to a little more out in the sticks that are very sad. Mm-hmm. And I definitely went to those when I was newly 21 or whatever. Like, let's go here, crazy, and you're like, oh, this is so depressing.
Yeah,
where it's just like 12 glowering men and one sad woman dancing around.
Yeah, glowering is a good
well, it just broke down and they don't know what else to do with themselves at this point. But anyway,
it's just like it's like a power dynamic. It's like Portland was ahead of all that with sex work, where it was like all the power was kind of starting to like shift back to the people who are actually doing the sex work and not the dudes, like the gross dudes with $1 bills.
Yeah, I mean, the oldest strip club is Mary's, and that's female owned.
Yeah.
It's like,
fuck yes, that's so rad. Mm-hmm. There's a really good story that Kathleen Hanna tells about the song "Smells Like Teen Spirit," where she like she was a stripper in Portland when that song came out, and she like coined the phrase. I'm not doing the story justice at all.
You're good.
It's a really good story. Look it up. But she like coined the phrase kind of, and she used to dance to Janet Jackson. But that song was like, the biggest song of all time.
Sure.
So like anytime she tells a story about one time when she was like trying to get down and like dance to Janet Jackson, some dude came in and puts "Smells Like Teen Spirit" on the jukebox, and then so she had to she fucking stripped to "Smells Like Teen Spirit."
See, and that's you're not supposed to touch a jukebox. I learned that when I was newly 21.
Oh, okay.
When I just walked in, I was like, "Hey, for a jukebox!"
Yeah,
dipshit. Like I put in all this money, and it's playing all these songs, and this girl's like, "Who the fuck?" Yeah. And I look, and there's a giant sign on top of the jukebox that says,
"Don't do it.
Don't touch. For strippers only."
Okay.
So they're just like, "Ugh, skip. How many songs you put in, dickhead?" Like,
Sweet Home Alabama.
Sorry.
Yeah. A lot of ballads.
No, just hip hop stuff that they didn't want to. It's like, and it's. She's the dancer. She chooses her songs.
Right.
This is not the Old West.
Right.
We're not shooting at people's feet. Dance.
Yeah. Now, speaking of needle drops, I listened to our episode from a year ago, and one of the things we left open ended because you weren't able to disclose the details yet was your needle drop, your first song.
Oh yeah.
Your first dance.
Oh.
And now you've forgotten it. So
"Smells Like Teen Spirit."
It's a Lobby Seafray song called "This Is My Song."
This is my song by who?
Lobby Seafray. He was a kind of a soul folk singer.
Okay.
From the 70s.
Okay.
And you know that song "I Wonder" by Kanye West. And I wonder if you know what it means. That's a loop from that song.
Gotcha.
And the song is beautiful because the song is just basically saying like, as long as I live, I will. This is my song, and no one can make it die. And as long as I live, I will sing my song for you.
Okay.
And it's just this thing it's a thing only it is one of those songs that like I still. First time I heard it, I got emotional. And then it was just one of those things, and I'd play it for her, and she'd be like, like, and really, our song should have been "Secret Lovers" by Atlantic City. Come on, guys. Lovers. What are they called? They're not called Atlantic City. What are they called?
I don't know. I don't know the reference.
Wait, hold on.
I'm missing all these. I thought I knew stuff about
Atlantic
them, but I don't.
Atlantic Star.
Atlantic Star.
Okay. Damn it. That was a running joke.
Okay.
Because we carried on a secret affair that everyone knew about.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was a good. What was your first song?
We didn't really have a first dance. We did Power Station.
Some Like It Hot?
Some like it hot when the heat is on.
That's awesome.
We just started hearing it on the radio a bunch, planning our wedding in the months leading up to it. And I played it for her once.
That's a good 80s jam.
Is that the
we did? I will say it was cool because we
that
did we had the courthouse wedding on Friday, and then Saturday we had the big party.
Yeah.
And we had them open the doors, at this certain time, and we were down the street at a bar having one drink together, and we didn't show each other what we were going to wear,
right?
And I had a suit made, and she had a dress made, and we just showed up, and hello,
what's
your
your
name?
at the bar?
Oh my god!
And we had a drink, and then the photographer followed us around and taking pictures of us.
Yeah.
And then we called our friend who was DJing, and we came into "Ride Like the Wind" by Christopher Cross.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Because there was no ceremony. This is like your introduction to the thing, or did you guys have a ceremony with the friends?
Whoever we invited a small group to the courthouse.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and they did. Judge Jerry, who I grew up with, he likes to do this kind of traditional Native American prayer.
Okay.
It's when people want to get married in the courthouse and they want some kind of ceremony, but they want it to be a little more secular.
Okay.
And it's just like, and he just has everyone put their hands up. And he's like, we ask the mountains, we ask the seas, we ask the forests.
What tribe is that? Do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
No, but it's he's been doing it for years. And it's just, it was really sweet, really nice that everyone you care about, or like a few of them, are kind of like, hey, let's ask everything to help this thing keep going.
It's a ceremony. That's all you want is just a ceremony.
Yeah, a little bit. What was your song, Eric?
Our song was a demo version of the Strokes song "You Only Live Once."
Oh my god! Yeah.
Wow.
And it's like
Christ, is that hip? Nice.
I know.
No, but that's a good song though. That's so cool.
No. I mean, we liked it because we saw it in a Sofia Coppola movie. It gets hipper. I mean, I'm the real deal, baby. It was in something or somewhere, which was somewhere. Somewhere.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
And it's just like this. The song's a rocker, but this version is just like it's just a electric piano and Julian Casablancas' voice.
Wow.
Voice. And the lyrics are really good. It's just like there's just one refrain where he goes, "Sit me down, shut me up. You only live once." And it's just kind of like a slow, it just always like, we always like listen to it and we kind of think about what we've been through in our relationship and kind of how we like the thing that you say, like you're on the same team and all that stuff. It reminds you that, it just reminds us that we're on the same team. Yeah. And it was like, but it was also, we had a big nightmare, like dance floor emergency at our wedding, and that was like one of my favorite parts of the wedding was the first song.
It was very intimate.
Kicked it in,
nice.
It was like a small living room. We all had to move inside, and then they were the entire wedding was crammed to this living room surrounding them while they had their dance. It was great.
Oh, that's great.
It was really cute.
Another concern you had a year ago that I'd like to check in on. And this was a concern. You really set the tone for this podcast in a lot of ways.
You really did.
Because a lot of your concerns
really
are
did.
Where's my money?
in the we'll get you your $60 on the way out that we've cleared over the year. Was getting too drunk at your own wedding.
Yes.
Which was a big concern for both me and Eric.
Yep.
I did.
How'd you do?
Because
Good. Listen, I definitely got drunk, but like, but it was. I drank a lot of water. I watched my intake. I made sure to grab things from because we just had them. They were constantly cooking food and putting it out.
Yeah.
And you just take all you want.
Yeah.
I would grab,
one for one kind of thing.
starch-based things and just because you have no time to eat.
Yeah.
You can't eat.
Yeah.
And people say that, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to eat. Nope.
Yeah.
It's so hard
No.
because people are always pulling you in one direction.
Yeah.
So yeah, not only we closed that plate, we closed our party down, got everyone out. I thanked the whole staff.
Mm-hmm.
Signed the thing,
Mm-hmm.
and then we met them at one of our favorite, whoever was still out at one of our favorite dive bars, and had some drinks there.
Yeah.
And a few of my friends took some drugs, and I did not. And and Kara was like, and it was still going nuts. And Kara was like, I think we should go. And I'm like, I am fine with that.
Yeah.
Let's get in a cab and let's get to our hotel.
You don't want to close down your own wedding.
Out. No,
Although I did. But I was not, we were not messed up. But you don't want to do the drugs and everything. That's a bad look for them.
No. I mean, a friend of mine was telling me all the insane, all night discoveries he had with the guy that he was doing drugs with. Like they were exploring all these.
And your two people who were at your wedding?
After they closed down that bar and then went to like an after hours place and then went to like another place. There's stuff that I can't humanly physically do anymore at my age.
Yeah.
Stuff where I'm just like, you should tell me. I was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I'm just like, so you were hungover for 3 days after that.
Yeah. They didn't make the Sunday brunch.
He's only like
it's just not fun
barely
anymore.
30, so it's not the same.
Right.
It's not the same. No, it's not. It's just I always think of, oh man, I'm going to feel like such death tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's when you're old, when you start reverse engering like the rest of your
It's like when I'm on the road and I tend to kind of burn the candle a little bit on like Saturday when I'm done with both shows and just go with the staff a little bit and just have a bunch of drinks, but at the same time,
that's just a classic thing to do.
Yeah. But I'll just go. When I get back to the hotel, I would just shotgun water, like so much water to the point where I wake up in 3 hours and I think my bladder is going to explode.
Yeah.
But you feel so much better in the morning.
It makes a huge difference, and it feels really It's so stupid because you're like drinking and like getting to get a little drunk or whatever, and then you immediately try to counteract what you just did. It's like,
but you still can keep a buzz. You get a little, you get a banana to eat in the morning.
Sure,
it's nice.
Yes,
a little potassium.
It mellows you out. It's nice,
and you sweat it out, and you can like get up and like fucking sweat that shit out. And it feels great.
With your, I don't know how you feel, but with your wedding in the rearview mirror, has your outlook as far as going to weddings changed at all?
No, it's
like
probably
I'm over the whole thing.
Yeah. Are you? Okay.
Just like, I don't care if I ever go to another wedding. I get it. I get the point.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that wave of my life might pretty much be over because I don't have that many. I have some friends that are younger than me by like a decade, but I feel like they're probably going to wait until the age I got married to get married.
Right.
A lot of them are still pretty wild and. Yeah, I'm trying to go through. I think all my relatives of age are pretty much married or had been married and are done. So it's like, I might have not that I've gone to all my weddings. Yeah, but
you're through the bulk of them.
Yeah. I think I am.
Maybe this is just me. And Eric, I don't know how you feel being a married man and a year into it. I feel like I've turned a page and now I'm just settling into like a completely different groove where I'm like, I've gotten more, like a lot more responsible for some reason. I'm getting up earlier and I just, there's a part of it that's like excited for me to be like, I'm going to be this kind of like responsible adult man now. Like, with this thing, this life event behind you.
Yeah.
Does that?
I kind of felt
it does. I feel like I still have those times where I chase the dragon a little bit too much. Yeah. Like we had a couple of friends over on Saturday and got wrecked. And Sunday was so brutal. But generally speaking, yes,
Yeah.
And I'm always knowing the demon inside me so well. Like she's going out of town on Thursday to Boston to be with her sister who's going to have a baby. They're going to have a baby shower. And then she has to go to New York for work. So from Thursday to Tuesday, it's just the kid.
I know
it's just me.
I know where you're at.
And I'm filling my time with shows. And thankfully I'm working on something that goes through Friday evening.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh boy, like
I know exactly because she tells me like a week, a month or so in advance. Like I have a job. I'm out of town this time. I'm like, oh, okay, so that weekend I'll just see what's going on.
See what's happening. Yeah.
Go by
the old dispensary.
Yeah. Do you call yourself the kid like Ted Williams? Like,
no, it's just no, it's just like listening to old Richard Pryor records and stuff.
That's how
where you just be like,
kicking loose.
He had that thing where he's just like, he'd say, N-words don't always say they don't eat pussy. No, not the kid, not the kid, not the kid. No, not the kid. And it was just like that made me laugh so hard that someone would just refer to themselves as the kid, and it's like it's always like a denial thing,
right?
Yeah.
I can't. Yeah, part of me feels so lame for like I'm not even married a year and I'm already like marking on the calendar like, all right, so she's out of town for these 3 days. I'll keep
You
note
think
of that.
she doesn't do that with you? She does that with you.
I mean, I don't think it's like a reflection on our relationship at all.
It is
I think it's okay
that's
to like
healthy.
Yeah,
that's healthy.
It's individual
time apart is so healthy. The fact that I travel and she travels, sometimes we travel together.
Yeah,
but usually we're apart. That's a healthy thing, man.
Makes it stronger.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
time apart. It's like I miss her to death. And that's a good thing.
It's good to recharge your single battery.
I had the sickest, dumbest thought today. I was working. I'm doing this guest role on a sitcom this week, and I'm just sitting there in a fake gymnasium. I'm a dodgeball coach.
Great.
And
that's a good Braunger role.
I think it's not bad.
You wearing a tracksuit or something?
I will be.
Yeah.
Yeah. And when I auditioned, at least half the guys in the room were definitely pro wrestlers, like so much bigger than I. And I'm pretty big. I was like, whoa, look at you.
Yeah.
Like this guy with his daughter that looks like the mountain from Game of Thrones. So I'm just like, I know I've seen you throw someone out of a fucking building. I know something, you are huge and scary.
But they wanted grounded dodgeball.
I guess. I mean, I was like, oh, this will be my angle. I'll be a little bit more of a human, when he's yelling at people. Anyway, but like I was sitting there and I was like, what if someone just ran on here on this set and was like, and they're like, what do you do? Like, get out of here. And you're like, the red light's on, and they're like, it's Matt Braunger here. And I was like, yeah. I got some bad news. Like I just had that thought.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like she's been in a car accident or something.
No.
And it's just, and I'm bumming myself like out. Like why? Why have that thought?
Yeah.
Like not that I created it myself, but it's just like, ugh. And that's there's so much good to be in a good relationship, but there's those times where you're like, oh man, I'm so fucking vulnerable now.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it's just like having another family member, and then you're just like, well, I knew they were on the plane, and they haven't texted me yet. I'm sure it's fine.
That's the only reason I can't imagine the multiple wives. Every other reason I would love it.
Every other one you're fine.
That's
with.
the only reason.
Too much stress about travel.
Too much sadness, and how much I'll miss them. When they die.
Yeah. That's where it's a plus and a minus having the multiple wives because you have a lot of shoulders to cry on.
Have you seen that? There's that reality show with the.
Oh no, I know what you're talking about though. Yeah,
and it's like we watched a little bit of it, and it's look, a lot of it could be the cameras, but they just don't get along. Like they get along, but they get along. It's like every day is an awkward family reunion. Every day.
Everyone's not getting along, or like the individual wives,
the wives, where it's just like well, Melanie, I asked her not to make the macaroni salad, and she did. No. So there's that. And you're like, oh my god, because it
is so fucking hard to communicate with one person.
Yes,
So like any and even this person that you have spent the most amount of time with, it is still so hard to fucking communicate with that person.
Exactly. And at least
you have to so much constantly all the fucking time.
Yeah, I want to be.
Oh my god, I would drive my.
I want to be Starsky and Hutch. I don't want to be friggin' the boss of the A team. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I don't want to be the person who's like, because it's not. You know, I feel like there's obviously in the relationships that we have with our wives, there's an equality there.
Yeah.
You know, but like there's no equality with those things where it's just this guy is the totem, like this guy is the leader.
It's so gross.
What he says goes.
Yeah.
And
you guys fight it out for yourselves.
Yeah. And then I'm going to be with Sylvia for 2 nights in a row, and he pisses off everybody.
Yeah.
You know,
what kind of games are they playing too? Just
seriously.
doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just too dumb. I'm too dumb and I have my attention span is like a fucking hummingbird to focus on more than one person. I want to figure out. It takes me so much just to figure out myself.
The ego boost, which I think is how most dudes look at it, would be just like a grain of sand in the beach of the hassle.
Not worth
of just being like. Oh, I don't know who I love the best. I'm asking, you know, or you know. And I
feel like Eric, maybe not the religious zealot sort of angle, but maybe through the commune sort of like the cult angle. Maybe you could be a leader of that, and that there's like less pressure all around for everybody.
Come on.
The more I as much as I love the American version of The Office. Yeah, the person who's made me laugh the most might be Creed. Oh yeah, because he's just so ridiculous. Yeah, he's so ridiculous, and he's so just casually. I do whatever I want. Yeah. And what's the problem? But he had one where he was, and I'm going to butcher it, but he's like, "Oh yeah, I've been in a cult. I've been a leader, been a follower." You know, like it's like it's more. What did he get? He's like, it's like get more sex being a leader. It's more fun being a follower. And it's like, I love the line. There's more fun because you don't know what he means. Yeah. And he's not going to tell you. Yeah. And it's just like,
but you also know he's right.
Oh, man. Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, God, man. If there was some cult that I just was just like, yeah, that guy's the leader. And I'm part of this. And I'm abandoning all rational thought. And let's have orgies.
Have you seen?
Yeah, he has a great one about sexuality. When they're going through the whole Oscars gay thing, he's like, "Man, I grew in the '60s. Everyone was covered in mud. Sure, I had some vaginas, but I'm sure I had a penis or two. Like something I butchered it, but it's like that. Like,
just couldn't give it.
He's such an important part of that.
He's so great. He's so great.
Have you seen? Have either of you seen The Source Code? Speaking of cult, crazy cult, The Source Code.
No.
Oh, highly
wait, is that the one with Jake Gyllenhaal?
It's a documentary about an LA-based cult.
Oh, the Source Family.
The Source Family. Yes, the Source Family.
Is that on Netflix?
It was on Netflix. Yeah,
okay. That one's
highly recommend it.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
It is a bummer, but it's entertaining.
Wild Wild Country about the Rajneeshis. Yeah, that was my childhood.
Yeah,
and that was like.
Did you grow up with that? Did you know about that?
I saw them all the time.
Oh my God!
And
it was Portland area or Portland?
They would just come in. They had a headquarters in Portland. Yeah, and it's one of those things that I maintain. And I was saying this to Carol when we watched it that. If they just dressed "quote unquote" normal, they probably would have been fine.
Right.
They probably would have been fine.
Yeah.
Because if you come to Portland and you're like, I believe in, a magical, armless lumberjack that chops wood with his mind, and he lives in all our hearts, and his name is, Buck Wild or whatever. Yeah. They're like, yeah, all right. Yeah. Okay. Cool. You know,
and
but
Portland would be cool with that.
Yeah, but the fact that I remember seeing them, and I remember as a kid going, "Why do they all wear
maroon?"
red?
Yeah,
and it wasn't just robes. Like you see Hare Krishnas, you're like, "Oh, that's a traditional garb from South Asia, where the Hare Krishnas originated." Yeah, you know, I think is it South Asia or is it?
I wouldn't know.
Anyway, it's of a culture.
Right.
But they wore that maroon or that red.
They were like a palette. They gave you a palette.
Yeah, they'd wear it in the t-shirts and the pants. Yeah. You know, they'd have hats. They'd have the jacket. Yeah. And it's like, what?
It's more of a uniform.
Absolutely.
Like, it's not,
absolutely.
And uniforms are fucking scary, man.
Really scary.
Oh, yeah.
If a bunch of guys came in this room right now dressed all the same, we'd be freaked out. Yeah. It's a really freak, like, okay, man, who are you guys? You know?
See, I kind of
you think they're trying to find whoever's you're hiding in the attic is my point. You know?
Dan loves uniforms.
I kind of liked their uniforms because you're right. It wasn't a specific wardrobe, but it was more of like wear maroons or reds or whatever, mix and match however you want, but this is the vague tone we're going for. Right. And people would wear different hats. I liked their store they had there. Yeah. The different red clothing.
Yeah. Well, put it this way. When my friend married his Japanese wife, she had, for the bachelor party, she and he made us all Hello Kitty T-shirts for all the boys.
Nice.
And we went to Sun River, which is in Central Oregon, and went to we rented a big house. And we partied in the house. Yeah. And we're like, let's go to the restaurant bar of the resort. And we went to that bar. And it was no one was younger than 50 in that bar. We were all like in our 30s. Okay. And we danced with all the ladies in these Hello Kitty shirts. And everyone found us just charming. Everyone's like, this is fantastic. That uniform works.
So maybe the Rajanishis just made a wrong turn there.
If they just go dance with old ladies.
in Hello Kitty
that's
stuff.
a Hello Kitty thing. I mean, there's nothing more soothing than looking at the Hello Kitty.
It's true.
It's aesthetically the most pleasing thing besides the swoosh, which is very Oregon, and also
a big,
Bill Bauer
embroidered Mr. Rogers leather jacket.
That'd be sick.
That would be sick.
Oh, that'd be so sick.
That'd be really sick.
Oh man, or like a
Nike
Letterman jacket.
Bowerman, what's his name? Bill Bowerman,
Phil Knight,
founder of Nike. What's his name, Eric?
Phil Knight.
The track coach, Bowerman.
Oh, the guy who originally made the shoe grips with the waffles.
His son or somebody went up. They were butted heads with the Rajneeshis, right?
Yeah,
yeah. Mm-hmm. See, I don't think it was the uniforms with those Rajneeshis. I think it was racism.
Well, definitely, it definitely was the racism. It definitely was the fact that they didn't want to pay any property tax,
right?
And on their side.
Yeah.
And it was, but I think my point is, even if they got chased out of that farm area, I feel like they could have thrived in Portland.
Oh, okay.
Just without the uniforms.
Yeah.
That was my little weird theory. But,
and Scientology doesn't have a huge castle, a huge guarded castle in the middle of town. They probably be fine too.
Yeah. I think they still subscribe to the era where people are just like, look at the size of that building. Yeah. Now that's a winner.
I'm impressed.
I don't give a shit. I see a giant building. I'm just like, that was built by a racist. I don't, what I mean? It's or
at least paid for by
it doesn't, fine architecture impresses me. Yeah. But it's also it doesn't. And the fact that anyone who knows Scientology knows all those buildings are empty.
Yeah, right.
They're empty.
Yes. What about the Scientology uniform? What do you think does that do anything for you? The nautical
black,
theme?
right?
Well, the nautical theme or the weird,
or just the day-to-day sort of polo shirt or whatever it is.
It was a black.
It looks like a cardigan with a what is that? Like a scarf collar or something?
Ascot?
An ascot. It's like an ascot. Yeah. It looks so weird. And their outfits are not flattering.
No.
This doesn't look good on
They
anyone.
look like they work for a movie theater or something, a little bit.
Yeah. A bad one.
Yeah.
I used to work at Village Pizza in Hollywood, they would pick up from us all the time on Fridays in huge order for a big Scientology event. And they would wear these silk, very 90s buttoned up all the way to the top black shirts.
Whoa.
And black pants. And that was their
but those are the people they keep in hovels, aren't they? The people they dress all in black, the ones that make them get the pizza too.
Yeah.
Dude, no wonder they didn't tip.
That's why they were sad, because they all they could give you was sadness.
Yeah, I know. Jesus
and
Christ.
Selfless devotion for no reason. I remember being in line at a Jimmy John's, and don't eat at Jimmy John's because the owner's the worst.
Are they racist? Is he homophobic or something? Super
right wing dick, and all his pictures of are just I killed a giant animal.
Really?
They love that shit.
Oh.
But anyway, which broke my heart. I love Jimmy John's. I love Jimmy John's, man. It's like a staple of my road lunch diet.
Yeah.
But I was in line, and there was a prospect in front of me, like a biker gang.
Oh, okay.
If you want to join a biker gang, you have to be a prospect for a long time and basically do whatever they want, and all this jazz.
Yeah.
And he had his prospect patch. He had his cut. His leather vest with the insignia of whatever the gang was. Nothing I'd heard of.
Yeah.
And
did you try to join a biker gang at some point?
No, but if I said the Mongols or the Hells Angels, you'd be like, oh, them.
Yeah.
But it was just nothing. I don't remember what it was.
What's the Vatos or something?
Vatos, that's a big one. That's a big one. But he had a patch on that said, an embroidered patch that said, a friend will help you move, a brother will help you move a body. And he was at Jimmy John's with a list of all the
turkey Tom
of all the gang's sandwiches. So he's wearing the most badass shit ever.
Yeah,
and he's like, a turkey, light mayo, Wait, no, fuck, stop. Mustard.
No mayo, light mayo.
Onions. I mean, this crumbly list.
That's so funny.
They probably
Passing them out.
Can I get the turkey like from the back?
Yeah.
I don't know that sounds weird. Can I get the turkey from
He
the
doesn't
back?
like it under catch any
doesn't
sun
like
at all.
the-
Oh man. Hey, I said no sprouts on mine, man. What the hell?
The shit, man.
I'll eat your sprouts, Red.
That's the guy that eats all the sprouts. That's in the motorcycle
That's
game.
sprout. Yeah.
One
Don't mess with Sprout.
of those bikers definitely gets the sandwich, looks at it, and throws it in the trash, staring at that guy's eyes. Doesn't say why.
He has to.
The guy's like,
It wasn't about the sandwich.
"Everything okay, Viking? Shut up! You don't talk to me, man."
Hey man, that's just Viking. Don't
He's
let
just,
that get
he's
you.
like emaciated. He's just too tough to eat.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
man.
really funny.
Well, Matt, thanks for coming back. You sound pretty good. A year
yeah.
into marriage, you
I'm
sound
doing
like
all right.
you're
I'm doing all right. You guys seem like you're doing good too. You know,
Yeah.
Doing great.
Yeah, it's hey, it's not for everybody,
It's
but
a journey.
It's definitely for me.
You jumped in.
Yeah.
You're swimming.
Mhm.
Let's leave on this. Did you watch the royal wedding?
No, I didn't. I don't. You know,
Tom Hardy was there.
he was
Yeah.
cool.
Him and Harry
Look
are
good.
really good friends, apparently. Like,
Oh, that's
actual,
right.
like,
they're
tight as fuck.
boys. They're like super
Yeah.
good buddies.
Oh, okay.
That's funny.
I
That's
like
funny.
that a lot.
Before you said that, and it reminded me of it. I was just thinking, like, oh, does everyone that's famous and British go?
I think
Yeah.
it's such a small pool over there.
It's
They all
gotta
know
be,
each
yeah.
other. Yeah.
We all,
Seriously. Like the fame pool
Yeah.
is just like,
but that sucks because it's already such a, and I'm sure they'd admit it too, a classist society always kind of
little-
has
Yeah.
in
been.
England?
I know, yeah.
I think that's the
it's
thing.
like almost the original classist society,
I
and
think
ours
I've
is
heard
too.
that.
Ours is too.
Yeah.
was
but
based
like,
on
I wonder if there's that thing where, not that any of us as performers would give two shits about not getting invited to an event
Yeah.
necessarily,
Yeah.
but there's that thing of, oh, you're an actor, you've been in a couple movies, and you're just like, oh my god, I hope that golden ticket comes in the mail.
Seriously.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, and then it goes for someone else, and you're
Yeah.
kind of just like kicking walls and
Fucking
stuff.
Clooney? Clooney's going to my
Yeah.
spot?
Exactly, yeah. And you're just sitting there in the pub watching on TV, and everyone's like, "Hey, aren't you Dan Gill?" Yes, I'm Dan Gill. I didn't want to go.
Why aren't you there?
Why aren't you there?
Yeah.
For the, I don't know what ours would be. Some
Yeah.
Royal American wedding.
Yeah.
Like who?
Yeah.
What
Like
would be our royalty?
Kardashian wedding or something.
Oh,
The Kennedys.
God, it's so sad. That is our
Yeah.
royalty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Maybe. Or
It was the Kennedys. It was the Kennedys for a long time.
We did have the Kennedys. It's not really that anymore.
I'd love to
But
go
I
to a
think
Bush
that's like
family wedding.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
No, I'd love to go.
No, you wouldn't.
I'm going to stand by that. I would love to go to
You would not. No.
Houston. Maybe meet
Stop it.
HW before he kicks it.
This is stop your ironic bullshit. He's got a Reagan. He's got a Reagan sticker on his Chrysler LeBaron.
It was
Of
there
course he
when I
wants to go
bought
to
it.
a-
I'm not going to take it off. It's kitschy. It's
Do
kitschy.
you really have a Reagan sticker?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
84 LeBaron. It came with it. I'm like, that's kind of fits the times. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it
leave
does.
alone.
It does. Yeah, I'm not down with it either. Eric,
Irritates it.
but at the same time, you know,
I know. I get it. No, I
Listen,
get it. And
as much as I hated Reagan when I was a kid, and it's like, and I still don't like him. Boy, I'd love him back. I would love him back right now.
Seriously.
Oh my God, those
Let's get
golden
the-
days.
Let's get the Gipper back here.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, man. That was
Thank
great.
you, Dan.
Good
Thank
seeing
you,
you.
Thank you,
Eric.
Matt.
Super great.
Okay, that was Matt Braunger.
Holy shit, he brings it, doesn't he?
Every
With
time,
the
man.
anecdotes, that guy.
Every time. He's got anecdotes. He's got panache. He's got
And he's-
energy.
And he's in a good place.
Oh, man. We're all in a good place, it sounds like. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, as much as I like, this is a wedding podcast, but boy, once you're done with the wedding is when it really starts being fun.
Yeah.
If you're talking to me, are you talking to me right
day.
now? I don't know if
Every
you
day's
are.
a wedding. Every day's a fucking wedding. You go to IKEA on a fucking Tuesday, it's a fucking
It's a
wedding.
fucking wedding.
That's a fucking wedding.
Let
man.
me ask you a question. You think right now is not a wedding? It's a fucking wedding.
Right, this right here, this thing of ours, this thing that we're fucking doing, we're out in the street, we're busting our fucking ass for what? A
It's a
fucking wedding.
fucking wedding.
Fucking wedding.
Get out of here.
There's 2 fucking weddings, and I don't want to fucking hear about 2 other ones.
Oh, you went from like East Coast guy to like Cockney guy.
Cockney, 2 weddings. That's the Cockney version. It's just 2 weddings in it.
Oh,
you know?
wow. I can't shift between voices like that. That was impressive.
I know. I'm really, really good at acting, and no one will ever know it. Oi. No, I'm really. Oi. Listen here.
Hey,
Watch
bruv.
this.
Hey,
Watch this.
okay.
I'm gonna go. British to where am I gonna go? British to Italian. Back to
That's what you just did? Okay. He's trying for the repeat.
Oi, look here, boy. There's two things you know about me. I'm a fucking badass and I love it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was okay.
Nothing but net. No, you got it. You got it.
All
Eric,
right, Dan, that was a good episode.
that was a great episode. I'm happy to be doing this podcast with you for one full year.
I can't wait to see you.
And I can't wait to see you. Here's to 6 more weeks of doing the podcast. What do you say?
Till Groundhog Day.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. I love you. Bye.
I love you too.
Forever Dog.
This has been a Forever Dog production. Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. For more original podcasts, please visit foreverdogpodcasts.com and subscribe to our shows on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Keep up with the latest Forever Dog news by following us on Twitter and Instagram @ForeverDogTeam and liking our page on Facebook.